is a very important show. It's one show you cannot afford to miss. So grab a pen and a piece of paper, call your friends, get your family involved, because I'm issuing an alert. There's a state of emergency with America's water. Lethal contaminants are creating a toxic mix in the water that you're drinking, in the water you bathe in, and the water you brush your teeth with. Parasites, chemical cleaning agents, arsenic, even animal feces can be lurking in the water in your home, and you don't even know it. Today, I'll tell you exactly what you must know about the water you drink and how to protect yourself and your family. This is life-saving information. Take a look. Water. It's the primal source of all life on our planet. We drink it, we bathe in it, we grow our food with it. Without it, we will die. So when we turn on the faucets in our homes, we expect the water that pours out to be clean, fresh, and safe. What you don't know is much of our water is making us sick, maybe even killing us. Here are the hard facts. Every year, nearly 20 million of us get sick from water infected by parasites, bacteria, and viruses. And 1 out of every 10 of us gets exposed to water contaminated with toxic chemicals, poisoning our bodies. Manganese, barium, lead, even arsenic. All of it pumped illegally into our soil, contaminating our water supply. The New York Times reports the Clean Water Act, passed in 1972 to protect the safety of our water, has been violated more than 500,000 times just in the last 5 years alone. Who's poisoning our water? Businesses of every kind, from large chemical factories and power plants to your local gas stations and dry cleaners. But also you and me, the products we use every day. Prescription drugs, shampoos, sunscreen, all are showing up in our water supply and often can't be filtered out. America's compromised water puts all of us at risk. But would you know if you and your family are safe? I've called on the very best experts to shed some light on this very dark subject. First up, Charles Duhigg. He's a New York Times reporter who has blown the lid off what's happening to America's water. In a series of articles called Toxic Water, Charles has spent the last 10 months compiling a state-by-state list of clean water violations that is absolutely terrifying. It's way more extensive than any information the EPA has, and it exposes major flaws in the way our government protects our water. So Charles, again, congratulations. And I opened the Times, and I saw that big picture on the front page of a kid whose teeth had been rotted by some of the food and water that he'd been exposed to. Teach us a little bit about where these pollutants are all coming from. Share with us some insights about how this would naturally happen, even if someone didn't want it to happen.
Well, Congress in the 1970s passed laws to protect all of our water sources. The Clean Water Act is the most famous of these. But laws are only as good as they are enforced. And what we discovered is that over the last couple of years, and basically since the early 2000s, these laws haven't been enforced. So companies that produce chemicals, companies like gas stations that have all these toxins and pollutants have been dumping them into waterways without anyone slapping them on the wrist.
Unless you think it's not happening in your home, I'd love Charles to just explain to us how widespread this really is.
Absolutely. We looked at data from every single state in the union.
And by the way, here's the image of that. If you can take a look back here, you can see this country, and find your state, and you'll see the number of percentage of violation rates in your state. There's no state, with one exception, that's zero, and that state we're just not sure about yet.
Absolutely, you're exactly right.
Be more specific if you can about who's to blame.
Well, I think there's two fingers that we can point. The first is the companies themselves that are dumping things that they know have health impacts into waterways. But the second finger, and the other people who are to blame, are the state regulators.
Yeah, it's compelling when you understand it, you realize how far-reaching it really is. It impacts all of our lives. Well, in West Virginia, not far from the capital city, hundreds of people are suffering with painful illnesses, and some are even dying. They and many experts believe the diseases they're coming down with are a result of several toxic chemicals that were illegally dumped into their water by several coal mines in their area. I want you to meet Jennifer Hall Massey and her family. Take a look at what they believe their water is doing to their family's health.
When we moved here, it was wonderful.
Oh, good kids.
My neighbor to the back of me is a mountain. In front of me, we have a creek. but within 3 years, I had to start having crowns on my teeth, and it made absolutely no sense to my dentist. Then I get pregnant with Ryan. Ryan had reflux, an extreme case when he was an infant. Clay had eczema really bad all over his face, his legs, his arms.
My oldest boy, his teeth went awful. I think he had like 9 caps or 11, I don't remember now.
Bad water got in, it just affected my teeth.
I've had like 5 blood clots, and I'm 39 now, not 89.
In 2006, my little brother developed a brain tumor. He was only 29 years old. It was larger than a softball. In October the 6th of 06, he went shopping with his friends that evening, was fine, and fell over with a seizure at night, and no one saw him.
When we lost my brother-in-law, that really turned things around. That kind of opened our eyes.
We were talking to the neighbors and realizing how many others actually had brain tumors.
6 people within a 300-yard radius had brain tumors. It had to be in the water. That's the only thing they had in common is the water.
Our water test came back with significant amounts of manganese, lead, barium, arsenic, and nickel, all things in very unsafe concentrations. Now we do not use the water for anything other than bathing, and I do have to wash clothes in it and clean the house with it. Your number one job is to protect your children. And it's hard when your child is in the bathtub and you know they're sitting in arsenic and high levels of lead.
This is America, but yet we don't have safe drinking water.
Well, Jennifer's with us today. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us.
I mean, it touches all our hearts when we see that. And if I could ask you to speak for all the moms out there, I mean, you do what you think is best for your kids. And something that seems so obvious is giving them water, which seems good for them, ends up to be toxic for them.
Yes.
And how did that shake your world?
It was a shock to us. You know, this is America. This should not be happening today. And, you know, it kills your heart when you have to bathe them at night and know that they're sitting in arsenic, lead, manganese, things that they should never be exposed to.
I mean, how do you manage life when you don't have access to water? I mean, that's the picture that I saw, actually, the first day.
What we do, we limit our exposure to the water. You know, I have containers in the bathroom. If they brush their teeth now, they get a container. They take the container, pour water in a cup, and they use that instead of using the water from the faucet. Ironically, we've been doing that for about 1.5 years now, and Ryan has not had any more dental issues since we started using that kind of water.
When you look around you and see the other families that get sick, and you spoke about your brother,
Yes.
the fact that there have been other people who have died.
Yes.
So, you know, cavities are one thing,
Yes.
brain cancer is a different thing.
Yes.
That must hurt.
Oh, yeah. We have had 6 brain tumors within a 10-mile span of our home, and half of them died.
I actually have a list of a health survey that was done in your community, and these are numbers that are surprising to you, but upper respiratory problems, more than half the population, as with dental issues.
Yes.
A third of the people have big skin problems. More than half have intestinal problems, a lot of gallbladder issues, stomach infections. Don't you get angry?
Oh, you get very angry. It's sad. It's really sad. And the scariest part, you know, now we know what's in our water. You know, 2 years ago, we didn't know what was in our water. But now that we know, we still don't know what's going to happen to our children tomorrow, you know, or the next day, or 5 years down the road. And having no control over that, it's very scary as a mother.
Well, to help me explain how toxic water affects your health, I've invited the leading physician in environmental health in this country. Dr. Patricia Meinhardt is one of the few doctors trained in the risks of contaminated water, and she's worked with the EPA, the CDC, and Homeland Security to help keep our water safe. So when it comes to toxic water, we're talking about 3 basic issues. The first is the toxic chemicals, like what we've just heard about in West Virginia. If you could help all of America understand a bit more about how real of an issue these are and how it's going to impact our life.
The EPA regulates about 200 different chemicals in our water, but remember, we use chemicals for everything. So there are about 84,000 chemicals in industrial and agricultural use in the United States, and many of them are soluble in water. So if they're soluble in water, that means they have the potential to contaminate our water supplies. And Jennifer's story is very common because remember, these chemicals are colorless frequently, odorless, and tasteless, so you may not have any indication that your water has been contaminated until you've been exposed to it for many, many years.
And just to be clear, that's sort of category 1, but category 2 are things that we do. The way we shampoo ourselves, the personal grooming items that we use, all these medications that we sometimes use and throw away down the toilet, they all enter into our sewage system, they enter into our water supply because of that. And some of these products, especially some of the antibiotics and chemicals that we throw away, actually change the way hormones work in our body. In fact, if you look in major urban areas now, there are no more male fish. And the reason for that is those fish are born both male and female and evolve into being males or females depending on what chemicals they're exposed to. If you overwhelm the fish's natural chemical system with toxins from our water supply, which is what is happening, they all evolve to become female fish. Again, it's one of the signs that this is not just a subtle problem in one part of the country or another. This is in all the major urban areas of our nation. Dr. Meinhardt, talk to me a little bit about parasites and bacteria. And I know that this gets into that basic fundamental reality that we have a lot of livestock and we have human sewage as well, and the management of that has become a problem.
We face a lot of new challenges, and much of that has to do with agricultural practices, intensive and concentrated livestock operations. Toxic E. coli is now something that has been transmitted in water. The people who have the most to lose from these exposures are the vulnerable populations among us. Pregnant women developing fetuses, infants and children, anybody on chemotherapy, and really anybody who's got a chronic medical condition is at increased risk for these diseases.
And for the moms out there, Jennifer, obviously the kids are the ones we worry about because they're the canaries in the coal mine. They're the ones that actually often will reflect the symptoms the first. Yes. It's easier said than done. And we see a big map of America, and all the moms out there should be realizing their states are involved in some way or another. I have sort of one big question that I'm left with. Why are you still there?
Well, our first instinct when we realized our water was contaminated was to take our children and get out of the community. And so we put our house on the market, and you can't sell a house with contaminated water. Who's going to buy it? And the neighbors down the road are the same way. So what we did as a community, we decided to stand fight for a municipal water supply. They initially told us it would take 10 years. We have managed to get that dwindled down to 2. So, and that's been solely a result of the hard work of primarily the mothers in the community, but the fathers have helped us out too. And it's to protect our children. So, yeah.
It was a shout out to the moms. You will be the ones who are the change agents. You will make this happen. Thank you very much, Jennifer. Thank you to Charles Duhigg for the great articles. Patricia Meinhardt, thank you very much for joining us today. But I know that although we've given you a lot of information today, and some of it's overwhelming, you're going to have things you can do in your own life.
Hi, I'm Dr. Gus. At Advanced Health and Wellness Centers, we have a wellness clinic where we see people with chronic health conditions most of the time. So today, I would like to take an attempt to demonstrate a little bit about what we're talking about and how we came into believing in ionized water, and to give credence and validation a little bit to this unit and to this concept for health. And we're going to take a patient here, a good friend of ours, Sue, who really has never gone through our clinic. So this is really good because she's utilized her own methods for health and not really partaken in any concepts we've done. So it'll be a nice pure supply of blood to see her level of health at this point. And then what I would like to do is give her regular bottled water, and then the Tyent ionized alkaline water, and really measure, we'll time it and measure the effects 1 minute and 5 minutes after drinking it, and see if we see any changes within her blood. So it'll be 3 different tests. One will be the baseline, and then one with regular bottled water, and then one with the Tyent ionized alkaline water.
I consider myself to be a very healthy person. I do intense yoga 3 times a week, sometimes 4. I eat healthy, all organics, grass-fed meats, and just keep very busy. So I expect that my blood work is going to come out just fine today.
One of the things we're seeing here is that, you know, the whole screen, when you take a snapshot, you see around 700 red blood cells to a white blood cell. You're a little short on your red blood cell count. You're definitely having no movement at all. Very little motion. There was a little some right in the beginning. Now obviously outside the body, it's going to react a little different, but we've seen thousands of these, so we know it should move for quite a while outside the body if it was normally ionized. The other thing I'm seeing is there is not a lot of white glow in these cells. And I'm going to change the phase so we're able to see better. But right here, the membrane is collapsing and breaking. And I could see it on several ones. It'll show better on this next screen. There isn't uniformity. Some seem bigger than others, you know. It's bigger and that's a little smaller and smaller. The other thing is the membrane is jaggedy, which is it's unhealthy, versus nice and round. We're seeing a lot of debris and things that shouldn't be in there. Okay, and definitely no energy in your cells. No, that white glow is not in there. And you know, we can scan. I mean, this has been outside your body now for 3-4 minutes. But the white glow should be in some of your cells, and we're seeing nothing.
I was shocked to see my first blood analysis. My blood basically wasn't moving at all. It was very, very shocking.
Okay, now we're going to do the second test. You drank that bottle of water. It's been roughly 5 minutes. Okay, so we're going to go through the same process. Going to get the same finger in a different spot. And we're going to look under the microscope and see if we have any changes. So I expect your body to change quickly because of so many good things you do, but being dehydrated, you see you clump up, but you got movement to start happening from just putting water in.
Yeah.
And in our opinion, without the charge, it's not going to do as good of a job. But we'll see in the next following test. Okay. But you will see that you got some more movement now. So hydration, key to your health. Being out of the body, obviously, it's not going to be as happy as in the body. But at the same time, it should have this continuous waterfall type of flow. I mean, over a minute. And then, you know, as time subsides, it should just go into this steady flow, like what you're seeing, for, it can be hours.
After drinking bottled water, it did improve the flow a little bit, but then there was clumping of my red blood cells, which was a bit unsettling.
Just drank ionized alkaline water, and it's been in your system roughly 5 minutes. Okay, so let's see how much more the hydration works and if the ionized water looks any different than the bottled water. See, the body has this untapped potential to really change quickly when you do the right things. Yeah. But universally, everybody needs water and oxygen as a starting point in order to, you know, recover their health and balance their body. So, you know, if we were to go to the other screen, now we see a ton of white.
Yeah.
And movement. And what a difference. What a difference 10 minutes makes.
Yeah.
So, you know, one of the questions usually is, well, does ionized water raise oxygen? If what we're looking at here is oxygen, obviously, like I said, that mobility, opening the potential of the membrane to take in air, it seems like it increases it. It's not that it's increasing the total, I don't think, volume coming in, but it's allowing the red blood cell to carry more. I think that's where the increase is happening, but that's just an opinion at this point.
After seeing these 3 blood analysis tests come back today and the effects that the Tyant ionized water had on my blood circulation and flow and non-clumping of my blood, I am very convinced that it is a beneficial thing that I need in my life.
Hi, I'm Tess with Tyant USA, and I want to talk to you about the cutest Tyant product, Tygo. That's Tyant to go. My kids love this product so much because it reminds them of a little robot when it's assembled. As cute as it is, it's also pretty serious when it comes to making healthy, clean alkaline water on the go. Look, the best ionized alkaline water will always come fresh from your Tyant water ionizer machine like these. But what if you're on vacation and can't take your ionizer with you? You still want to drink pure, filtered water that's full of healthy alkaline minerals. Let me show you the magic and convenience of Tygo. Assembling this little guy is pretty easy. The proprietary filter slides in here. The whole unit then screws right into the base. Now the lid has an interesting dual function. It can either act just as a lid, like this, or flip it over, and voila. You have a funnel, which definitely comes in handy, you'll see. As I pour this tap water in, the lid conveniently guides the water to the filter and eliminates any spillage. So check out what's happening here. The water is flowing through the special filter. It's being purified of chlorine and other heavy metals and contaminants, while at the same time, it's also being alkalized by the ionic minerals in the filter. Once the filter works its magic, you can remove the lid, attach the sports cap, and look, an incredibly convenient all-in-one travel solution in a BPA-free container. Your end result is fresh, great-tasting, filtered alkaline water. Okay, let's pour the water out. What we're going to do is we're going to add some reagent drops. They test the pH of the water. And look at that, a perfect 9.5 on the pH scale. It's way healthier than the tap water I originally put in here. Again, although this water is alkaline, it doesn't have all the beneficial properties of the water I get from my electric ionizer, but it's great when I'm traveling and still want to drink healthy, alkaline water. My kids love Tygo because it's cute. I love it because it's healthy. These make great gifts for the people you care about the most. I certainly enjoyed having you in my kitchen and showing you what makes Tygo so unique. If you have further questions, don't hesitate to get in touch with a friendly Tyant representative who can further assist you. To your health, I'm Tess from Tyant.
Tyant USA, the industry leader.
Many people still trust that bottled water is the safest and healthiest option. Most bottled water is simply tap water or spring water that is put through a process that helps clean the water, but in turn, it leaves the water dead by removing all the important qualities for which water was intended to provide. This dead water is very acidic and can negatively affect your body in many ways. The acidity of bottled water and the traces of plastic found in it are without question taking their toll on your body. The impact that bottled water has on the environment is colossal as well. Despite all of these factors, billions of expensive, environmentally detrimental, plastic-leaching, acidic bottles of water are produced, purchased, consumed, and discarded every year. An average family of 4 can spend over $1,000 every year on health-threatening, nutrient-deficient bottled water, and all the while they're under the false impression that this is a good, healthy decision, which is clearly not the case. Reverse osmosis water, distilled water, and many other filtered waters are also proven to be mineral deficient and highly acidic.
Most bottled waters on the market are acidic or 7 or less, especially the reverse osmosis and distilled water. And I cringe every time a person says to me, I drink distilled water, I drink reverse osmosis water. I get them in here and I use my little reagent test and I show them the difference between the pH of the water that they're drinking and the pH of the water from the Tayent water.
And it doesn't matter whether it's purified, whether it's distilled, or whether it's spring water. The fact of the matter is, it's inconvenient. You're going to the stores, you're buying it, you're bringing it home. That's number one. It's costly. Number two. Number three, it's dead water. It's not injecting anything into your system. There's no antioxidants. It's not making your body alkaline. So it's water in a bottle. It's overpriced.
Bottled water is basically city water. Bottled water is placed in a soft plastic, and the plastic itself, the soft plastic, releases a chemical called phthalates. These phthalates in the body mimic estrogens, which are the female hormone. They are endocrine disruptors in the body. 100% of people have phthalates in their body and they're already being poisoned. If you continue to use bottled water and all sorts of things that come in plastic, you're adding more poisons to your body all the time. So from all reasons, you need fresh water out of your alkalinizer, which is your Tayent unit, and you get the best water that way.
And if you really look into purified water, it's very hard to find a really good pure water. Bottled water companies are completely inferior. But these water alkalizing systems are wonderful for detoxifying the body.
Tayent water ionizers represent the next generation in water improvement technology. To begin, we clean the water extremely well, which helps remove bacteria, viruses, chemicals, and pollutants. Tayent water ionizers use a patented dual filtration system, which allows important alkaline minerals to remain, and which also improve the water by providing essential alkaline ionic minerals for your benefit. The next step is the transformation of the water inside the ionization chamber, which reduces the cluster size for greater hydration, binds extra oxygen molecules, and converts the alkaline minerals to ionic electrolytes. Inside the electrolysis chamber, very large platinum-coated titanium electrodes, which are controlled by a dedicated microcomputer, separate the water into two parts, which leaves the machine in two streams. The first stream, about 70%, is the sought-after alkaline ionized water. This is the water we drink, enjoy, and use for cooking. The other stream, about 30% of the water, is the acidic stream, which has its own abundance of benefits. The acidic water can be used for sanitation purposes as an astringent to help keep skin beautiful or to help heal rashes or wounds. The advanced technology that makes water ionization possible inside the Tayent line of machines was created by Taeyoung Enterprises in South Korea. The scientists and engineers at Taeyoung Enterprises remain on the cutting edge of water ionization technology, which allows us to bring you the most advanced ionization technology available today.
I'm doing a huge video about different brands of bottled water and what their pH is. And you can see the whole blog post by clicking the link underneath this video. So far I have poured water from Walmart distilled water, Walmart spring water, Gerber pure water, Nestle Pure Life water, and this one's another Walmart drinking water, Ice Mountain. And so I'll just continue pouring here. This one is Smart Water. And then Aquafina. Now all of these waters have their own little stories and histories and whatnot of where they come from, what kind of water, blah blah blah. But really, they all have one thing in common. They are sitting in plastic. For how long? I don't know. I'm going to imagine for a long time, because you're getting them on a grocery store shelf, and it could have been sitting in plastic for, 6 months. Who knows? This one is Essentia. I've been naming some of them and not naming others. This one's Evian. This one's got an odd name, Function Water. I had not heard of it. It certainly was expensive enough, and a lot of these I had to pay a couple of dollars, even more. A couple of these I had to pay $3 to get, and I'm probably just going to end up throwing it all away, which is kind of a little annoying, but it's for science and to help educate people in water, basically. And a lot of people are curious if they have to buy bottled water. Well, which one's better out of, which one's the, worst of the two evils or whatever. And not that water is evil, but just the fact that it's sitting in plastic is awful. Really, it is awful. And if you click on the link that is underneath this video, there are a couple of videos on that at that link that show you what happened to the empty bottles. You think they're all being recycled, but let me tell you, we do not have enough recycling to use all of the bottle waste, waste bottles that are put out in this country. I was actually amazed at how much of the aisle of the grocery store was taken up with bottles of various things. Not just water, but bottles of water, bottles of soda, bottles of alcohol, so many bottles, and where are they all going to go? And the video that is on my website is very shocking. If you look at it, it would be educational. So, a lot of people think, oh, well, it's recyclable, blah, 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 so it's not so bad. Well, okay. It is bad. Another thing is, it was only a few years ago that anybody even discovered that BPA was bad for you, and that leaches from the plastic. I'm pretty sure that there's other things that are leaching from this plastic that are bad for you, and they just haven't been discovered yet. So that's just another thing to think about. You're thinking a lot of times. I'll ask people why do you want bottled water? And this might be a business executive or somebody who certainly could do whatever he wants, and the answer is, well, they just want to look good, for have bottled water for their customers or whatever, and clients that come, and make them look good. And honestly, hopefully the awareness in the country will come up to where someday, soon, hopefully, you're not going to necessarily look good or think you've got the best filtration just because somebody else filtered it. Actually, filtering water is not hard, and your municipality already filters pretty well, and with a few tweaks you can filter far better than any of the finest bottling companies. And, well, I'm going to continue just, I'm going to start putting the pH reagent in the cups while I'm talking. But not only can you filter, and my page will also, my website is very informative, and I teach you how to filter your water. And just letting you know, I'm taking a break from talking here. That orange color is acidic. So quite acidic on the first water here, the distilled water. Next one, spring water, probably be closer to neutral. So green is closer to neutral, and that is pretty neutral for spring water. That next one is Gerber Pure. This is what mommies are putting in their babies' bottles. And there you go. Quite acidic. And then Nestle Pure Life, which is, pure, pure, pure. Just because you see the word pure does not mean anything. As a matter of fact, it often will mean acidic. So that's quite acidic. Yellow is quite acidic. All right, and let's see, the next one is drinking water from Walmart. Not a very pretentious name, just drinking water. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Very acidic. Orange is worse than yellow. Yellow-green is worse than yellow. Or no, it's better than yellow. Plain green is neutral. Or no, plain green's a little acidic. It needs to get a little bit more, darker green to be neutral. All right, here's the Ice Mountain next. Oh man, yellow, acidic. Smart Water, and I always say Smart Water is not smart. That's kind of almost orange, so it's quite acidic. Aquafina. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. That's one of the worst. The Aquafina, then worse than that would be this Walmart drinking water, and then worse than that would be the distilled water. Oh, I actually have friends that I have a friend who still drinks distilled water. He believes in it, blah blah blah. His father is 92 and he, is healthy, and this is why. But he has got all kinds of joint pains constantly, very, very bad shape, and just won't try alkaline water. This is Evian, it's green. Actually, this is the definition of neutral right there, Evian. So far that's the highest that we've tested. And, by the way, at $2 a bottle, you could have so much better water and so much cheaper. Essentia, they claim to have 9.5 pH water because it's known that 9.5 pH water is very healthy for you. And let's see what it does have. So I'll say it looks like really just 9, just a plain 9. I mean, I might give them the benefit of the doubt because this chart doesn't go into the points, but it doesn't look really higher than 9 to me. There's the next one, functional water. I really never heard of it, but I would not function at all with that. That's very acidic. And next one, super chill. Let's see how chilly it is. Well, actually, that's actually almost neutral. Just a little under, or maybe it might be exactly neutral for the super chill, excuse me. All right, so now let me see if the camera is adjusted to see this next row. Hold on. I need to just make sure I get everything in here. All right, so this next row, over on the left is AbsoPure. And that's green, that's about neutral. Alright, next one is Fiji. This comes all the way over from the Fiji Islands, I'm sure by boat. You know, who knows what kind of heat and other exposure it gets exposed to. It's neutral. I would not pay for that water. I really wouldn't pay. I actually obviously did pay for it, but I'm just, this is garbage to me. Alright, I won't drink it. Alright, next one, Evamore. Okay, Evamore. Oh, it's a little bit higher than neutral. Maybe a 7.5. Then Penta. Ooh, yuck. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. That's really like almost, you could almost sanitize your hands with that, but you wouldn't want to put that in your body. It's very, very, very acidic. And I just don't, you know, these waters are so popular. If you see this video, please share it with people you love. They should not be drinking this acidic water. This is also acidic Poland Spring. Yellow is around a 5 pH, by the way. Next one, Dasani. And that is orange, like about a 4 pH. Very, very, very acidic, but not as acidic as Penta. I'll say Penta is the worst so far, and then distilled water is second. Alright, next one. Let me see if we're still in tune here. Voss water. Yellow. So that's acidic, about a 5 pH. Or no, you know, I'm going to say it's 6 because it just took on a little greenish hue to it. And this next one is a fancy bottle, but it's hard to read what it is. Eternal. And that looks neutral. Exactly neutral.
Did you know that a Taiant water ionizer can help improve your health? Our amazing water ionizers raise the pH of your ordinary tap water to help neutralize the acidity in your body. The food we eat, the air we breathe, and even stress contribute to acidity in the body. By drinking Taiant alkaline ionized water, you can help keep your body in a state of homeostasis, which means your body can keep itself healthy if the environment inside is balanced. Our water ionizers even add antioxidants to help neutralize cell-damaging free radicals that contribute to sickness and the aging process. Taiant water is more hydrating than any other water. You'll be amazed at how great you feel when you're properly hydrated. Give Taiant alkaline ionized water a try. You can drink it for 75 days in your home and see for yourself what all of the excitement is about. To your health, I'm Tess for Taiant USA. What are the first healthy changes you'll notice in your body when you start drinking water from Taiant's all-new 11-plate model? Will you have more energy, lose weight, or just feel great from the improvement in your overall wellness? The fact that this machine has 11 plates makes all the difference. It means better pH levels, more antioxidants, and a faster flow rate so that you have the healthiest, most hydrating water on the planet dispensed twice as fast as any other water ionizer on the market. I'm Tess from Taiant USA, and here's a fast and fun look at the all-new Taiant Retin UCE11. It fits snug right at your sink, so you'll have fresh, ionized water whenever you want it. Just push this button right here. Yep, it's that easy. Not only is it easy to use, but it has a timeless look that fits perfect in today's modern decor. If your house is more traditional, you'll have a welcomed conversation piece. Either way, you'll have a new center of attention in your kitchen. With the unmatched aesthetics of the UCE11, It's no wonder that it's been featured in million-dollar homes in both the US and Canada. Tyant gives you 75 days to prove us right. And you should know that more than 99% of our customers keep their Tyant water ionizer after trying it in their home. Are you going to love it as much as me, or are you going to love it even more? With Tyant's Love It Guarantee, you have 75 days to try it in your home and find out for yourself.
Tyant USA, the industry leader.
Now for Tyant's famous Turbo Mode. This mode will save you loads of cash because you will use it to replace so many products. First, alkaline turbo water is great for cleaning and polishing surfaces, so you can lose those harsh chemicals. Plus, it's great for removing stains too. Again, don't worry about writing this down, because remember, you'll be getting our $59.95 Lifestyle Kit free with your purchase. I have to tell you, I absolutely love Tyant's Alkaline Turbo Water. While it's not for drinking, this water cleans off all those nasty herbicides and pesticides from my produce, which saves me big money from having to buy organic produce. Just watch how amazing this is. I've been soaking these tomatoes in turbo alkaline water for the past 15 minutes. And these tomatoes have been soaking in regular tap water. You probably wash your fruits and vegetables in tap water and think, they're clean. Well, look at this. Look at how yellow this turbo water is. The discoloration is all of the pesticides and herbicides that were on these tomatoes. The turbo water literally pulled it off of the tomatoes because the water is so alkaline that it emulsified the oil-based pesticides and herbicides. The tap water is clear because it didn't remove any of that gunk. Those herbicides and pesticides are made to repel rainwater. It makes sense that ordinary water just won't clean them. Moms, look at these bowls. Which tomatoes would you want to serve to your children? For once, the answer isn't clear. I soak everything in my turbo water, from my salad vegetables to any fruit with skin. When you first get your ionizer, you'll want to start out by drinking alkaline level 1, which is about a level 8 on the pH scale. Over time, you can increase to level 2, which is also great for steaming your veggies to bring out their best flavors. But don't worry, you won't have to memorize all the great uses, because Tyant will include our amazing Lifestyle Kit with your ionizer purchase. It's a $59.95 value that's included with every Tyant ionizer. But I'm getting ahead of myself. First, I'm going to share a few more tricks that I have with this amazing unit. When you're ready to increase to level 3, which is the level that I drink, you're in for a real treat. I have to tell you, level 3 is the real wow water for that incredible burst of energy that I need when I first wake up. I mean, it takes me from tired Tammy to super mom with just one glass. I mean, I can actually feel my cells being energized. A lot of our customers tell us they don't even need their caffeine fix any longer. But I still want to show you how our water is unbeatable for brewing the perfect cup of coffee or tea. Now, watch this. Have you ever tried to make tea with room temperature water or bottled water? Look, just clear water. Now watch when I use the Tyant alkaline water. Instantly, we have tea. There you go. Smaller water clusters. This is why the Tyant water at room temperature is able to penetrate the tea bags and make tea. Now, how happy will the cells in your body be when they can absorb this quickly? We have a great sale going on at Tyant USA right now. Tyant's water ionizers will make a difference in your life and in your health. We guarantee it.
When you purchase a new item, whether it's a water ionizer, washing machine, or car, you probably care about a few important things, such as features, price, performance, and warranty. For many years, the Enagic Levelook SD501 was the undisputed leader in the water ionizer industry, offering great features, but also costing much more than comparable models. Like you, I don't mind paying more if I'm getting the best product. But what if there was a better product that, when compared feature to feature, was clearly superior and actually cost less? Ultimately, you're buying a water ionizer so you can reap the health benefits of ionized alkaline water. But not all ionized alkaline water is the same. There are several components in an ionizer that contribute to making the best tasting ionized alkaline water, with an optimal pH and better negative oxidation reduction potential, or ORP. The proper components also aid in creating water with smaller molecular clusters, ensuring better hydration. This video will introduce you to the key components of a water ionizer, such as plates, power supplies, and filtration. Get ready for an easy-to-understand comparison of the Enagic SD501 to the Tyannt MMP 9090 Turbo. When you're finished watching, you'll have to decide if you want to pay around $4,000 for the Enagic Kangen SD501 or considerably less for the state-of-the-art Tyannt MMP 9090 Turbo. This is a bottle of bleach. The active chemical in bleach is sodium hypochlorite. Would you knowingly give your family drinking water that has trace amounts of sodium hypochlorite? Of course not. Kangen reps may not be telling you the whole truth when it comes to their strong acid water. This bottle contains a liquid called an electrolysis enhancer that's required by Enagic to make strong acid water. Kangen reps will tell you that fundamentally it's a saline or salt solution. On the front label, it plainly states, "Not for drinking." Well, this makes sense, since you aren't supposed to drink the strong acid water from the SD501. On the rear label, we can see all of the ingredients in the solution. The first ingredient is, in fact, sodium chloride, more commonly known as salt. The second ingredient, which may concern you, is sodium hypochlorite. Again, the same ingredient found in bleach. Now let me tell you how this liquid can potentially end up in your drinking water. The left-hand side of the SD501 hides a small chamber which holds the electrolysis enhancer. Once you've filled the chamber and place it back in its compartment, you can then start making strong acid water. Now I want you to understand that inside of a water ionizer, there's something called a water cell, which houses the plates. This water cell retains water after the unit is finished dispensing it. Think about this. Once you've made your strong acid water, how much water do you think you'll need to flush away all traces of sodium hypochlorite from your water cell before your drinking water is clean? No one can tell you for sure. Acid water is highly beneficial, and it's a great bonus to owning a water ionizer. However, with an SD501, you'll need to think twice before utilizing this function. Enagic's manual warns about breathing the fumes made by this machine when making strong acid water because of the chemicals found in the electrolysis enhancer. This manual clearly states, make sure that sufficient ventilation is provided to let out harmful gases that result from strong acid water. In the worst possible case, your life would be at risk if the gases filling your room had no way out at all. So where's the chemical port in the Tyannt USA 9090 Turbo? You'll be happy to know there isn't one. Tyantt's large plates and adjustable power settings enable the Tyannt 9090 Turbo to reach the lower acidic pH levels and higher alkaline pH levels without the use of dangerous chemicals. The Tyannt 9090 Turbo unit is completely chemical-free, which is why so many health professionals and wellness centers prefer Tyannt. The plates are the most important component of any water ionizer. Most water ionizers use either solid or mesh plates. Solid plates are known for their strength and integrity. Their main criticism is that the electrolysis happens on the perimeter of the plate because electricity is always drawn to the edges. And this is why a lightning rod has a sharp edge at the top. A mesh plate of equal size as a solid plate will have a greater number of edges, thereby increasing the amount of electrolysis or surface area by 25%. The main criticism of mesh plates is that due to their design, they're fragile and can easily fall apart over time. So now that we have a general understanding of how plates work, let's look at the SD501. Enagic chose to use solid plates in the SD501. Now, as I just mentioned, these plates are known for their durability, but you don't get the maximum amount of electrolysis possible due to their design. And now let's look at the Tient USA 9090 Turbo. When faced with deciding between using a solid or a mesh plate in our ionizer, our engineers devised a unique solution, which we call the solid mesh hybrid plate. And Tient USA is the only water ionizer company in the industry who has this state-of-the-art technology. We start with a strong solid plate, and then we drill small holes in the plate to dramatically increase the amount of surface area available for electrolysis. Our Tient solid mesh hybrid plate truly is the best of both worlds. It combines the strength and durability of a solid plate with the extensive surface area of a mesh plate. The solid mesh hybrid plate will never break, never crumble, never leach. It's made from medical grade titanium and is dipped multiple times in platinum. The result is the strongest and thickest plate with the most surface area available on the market today. The strength and durability of our plates is one of the reasons Tient can offer a lifetime warranty. Water ionizers don't just use one plate for electrolysis. The SD501 has 7 solid plates in its water cell. The Tient 9090 Turbo has 9 solid mesh hybrid plates. Therefore, the Tient 9090 Turbo gives you better electrolysis, much more surface area, higher pH alkaline water, with a better negative ORP. The solid mesh hybrid plate is available in all of our Tient models, including the Tient 9090 Turbo and our under-the-counter 9000 Turbo. Most consumer electronics and appliances use either a linear or a switched mode power supply. Linear power supply units, or PSUs, have been around for years. They're a familiar technology based on a simple electronic circuit tied to a large and heavy transformer. Due to their simplicity, linear PSUs don't allow for voltage adjustability, which is why the SD501 doesn't have adjustable power settings. The technology behind linear PSUs was developed in the early 1900s, and this ancient circuit design makes them inefficient and prone to overheating. The newer, more popular PSUs are known as switched mode power supplies, or SMPSs. You'll find these in any new piece of technology, from computers to televisions. Compared to linear PSUs, SMPS units are lighter and smaller. They're incredibly efficient and highly adjustable. And best of all, they run much cooler than linear PSUs, ensuring a longer lifespan. So, which PSU is in which unit? Well, Enagic chose to use a linear power supply with a heavy transformer in their SD501. Tient engineers went to the drawing board and innovated their own PSU called the SMPS Plus. They took a traditional SMPS and enhanced it to work specifically in a water ionizer. Our SMPS Plus gives you 55 adjustable power settings, so you can create the perfect glass of alkaline water based on your source water. The power and efficiency of our SMPS Plus is also what enables us to create strong alkaline and acidic water without the use of chemicals. Alkaline water is incredibly beneficial, But it all starts with having the purest drinking water possible. Both the Enagic SD501 and the Tyant 9090 Turbo are equipped with filters. But as you'll soon find out, not all filtration systems are created equal. The first thing you'll notice is that the SD501 only has one filter. Inside this filter, you'll find carbon and calcium sulfide. Do yourself a favor and research calcium sulfide and decide if you want your water passing through this chemical, which has been banned in over 30 countries. The Tyant 9090 Turbo has two filters offering a customized multi-stage, sophisticated system designed to cleanse your tap water of impurities. Our 0.01 micron filter media is equal to those found in kidney dialysis machines. While the SD501 offers just one standard carbon filter, we add a second filter with ultrafine ceramic media to radically increase the filtration. The incredibly small size and dual stages of Tyant filters ensure that you're drinking the purest water possible. Looking at these filters side by side, the difference is plain to see. Water passes lengthwise through the filters, so it's easy to imagine that the longer the filter, the more media the water has to pass through, thereby doing a better job of cleaning the water. A short, squat filter like this isn't the most efficient design for water filtration. Take one last look at these filter systems and decide for yourself which one you feel would provide the purest water possible. All of Tyant's ionizers have been certified as medical devices by the Korean Food and Drug Administration. Additionally, our company and products hold all of the premium certifications obtainable in the water ionization industry, from being UL listed to adhering to ISO 9001 and 14001 standards. You've seen how Tyant's 9090 Turbo outperforms Enagic's SD501 in every category. Well, you'd expect that the Tyant 9090 Turbo, with all of its innovations, would cost more. The SD501 costs about $4,000. Why is an ionizer with one filter and older technology so expensive? It's simple, really. Out of the $4,000 you spend, Enagic pays out around $2,300 to a multi-level commission structure. Do you think you should be overpaying just to support a bloated commission structure? If you're still unsure at this point, ask your Enagic rep about their trial period and warranty. You can try our 9090T in your home for 60 days and your satisfaction is guaranteed. And every 9090T we sell is covered by a lifetime warranty with no stipulations or fine print. Ask your Enagic rep how long their warranty is and what hoops you have to jump through in order not to void your Enagic warranty. Or take it one step further and ask them to explain their lengthy list of warranty restrictions. If a countertop model isn't for you, our Tyant UCE 9000 Turbo under-the-counter model is designed with the same great advanced features and filtration as our Tyant MMP 9090 Turbo. It's designed to seamlessly blend into your kitchen decor and is powered by a sophisticated touchscreen. After watching our comparison, we're confident that the choice is clear. Tyant ionizers are the top-rated ionizers on the market today. They're loaded with the latest technology, most advanced filters, and offer the best warranty. More importantly, they're the healthiest choice for you and your family. Buy once, buy right, buy Tyant.